Alright guys, today I wanted to talk about a really important tool that a lot of you might not be aware of, the Twins tool. But before we dive into the subject, let me take a moment to once again thank you all for your support and your positive energy. By leaving a like and even more so subscribing to the channel, you are really helping us here. So now let's dive in. When it comes to animation, beyond settings keyframes in your main timeline, you often need to fine-tune these keys in depth, especially their interpolation and what we call curves. More precisely, this process is known as cleaning curves. When dealing with multiple keyframes on a specific transform, you might need to adjust one key between others or even modify several keys at once without manually tweaking each one and potentially disrupting the overall flow of the animation. In Unreal, animation authoring follows a linear pipeline using the sequencer. So let's create a new one with a simple animation. Today, our little and famous Unreal Dragon is here to help demonstrate the process. For a better experience and a more practical use of the tool, I've prepared a quick and effective control rig for our little friend here. By doing so, and by selecting any control while the sequencer is open, I can instantly enter animation mode, and as you know, this mode brings up additional windows and tools for us to work with. Once you have your sequencer set up, you can easily access the curve editor through the small icon here. Now, by selecting any animated control, I can view and analyze its curves. More importantly, in the Anim Details tab on the right hand side, you gain access to transform attributes and, even better, you can expand them to view each axis separately. By selecting one, you can easily filter the corresponding curve using the type here. With this setup complete, we can now talk about the Twins tool. In animation mode, you can find the Twins tool up here, near the poses tool. Clicking on it will bring up this small window. Be aware that sometimes it might pop up behind the sequencer, so if you don't see it, try resizing the sequencer to locate it. Using the drop-down menu here, you can access different interpolation methods for adjusting your selected keyframes. And with the latest update in 5.4, brand new methods have been added. That brings us to a total of 6 ways to tweak our keys, which is super cool. So now, let's break it down. The first adjustment method is Blend to Neighbor. As you can see, the slider value is clamped between -1 and 1, and this applies to the other methods as well. Before adjusting, keep in mind that modification will be applied based on whether you selected the control directly or specifically selected keyframes. These methods move the selected keyframe toward the previous -1 or next +1 keyframe while trying to preserve its original tangent values as much as possible. If a value is too high, for example, this option can help smooth out and blend the animation effectively. Next is the push and pull method, which is particularly useful when adjusting multiple keyframes. Setting the slider to -1 softens the overall values between the first and last keyframes, while setting it to +1 amplifies those values. This is especially helpful when dealing with a large number of keyframes, such as when you're cleaning up motion capture animation data, for example. The Twin method might seem similar to Blend to Neighbor, but there's a key difference. Here, we work with absolute values, meaning that a value of 0 will always move the selected keyframe exactly halfway between the first and last keyframes of the selection. This is why you might notice a small jitter when adjusting the value. Unlike the first Blend method, this one has a greater impact on the tangent values of the selected keyframe. Blend Relative is particularly useful when you need to scale and adjust multiple keyframes at once. It acts as both a scaler and a mover. When selecting multiple keyframes, this method adjusts them based on the nearest unselected keyframes. A value of -1 moves the keys closer to the first unselected keyframe, while +1 pushes them toward the last unselected keyframe. Importantly, while the first and last selected keyframes are scaled, the in-between ones are only repositioned, preserving their original values. The Blend Ease method works similarly to Blend to Neighbor, but introduces an ease fall-off, as the name suggests. When selecting multiple keyframes, you can clearly see the difference between the two methods, particularly in how the easing and interpolation affect each key differently. Finally, Smooth Dwarf is a powerful scaling tool that quickly adjusts the intensity of your keyframes. It's great for adding variety and randomness to animation cycles, for example. Again, this method is particularly useful for refining animations when working with motion capture data, making it a valuable addition to your curve cleaning workflow. And thanks for watching guys, I hope this video helped you. Let me know if you already knew the tool and what you think about the new method here. As always, see you next week for a new video, and ciao!